going? Matthew Bailey here, and welcome to another 2022 movie review, and this time it is going to be on a film that I'm finally glad they put in the theaters for once. After 2 years and 3 other movies, we finally got this type of movie in the theaters again, and that is Disney Pixar's Lightyear. Yep, Lightyear is the next Disney Pixar related film that has finally been put in theaters after 3 other Pixar movies got sent straight to Disney Plus. The first one I understand because at the time it was still fresh into the so-called pandemic, and that was Soul. Then we had Luca in June of last year, and then we had Turning Red back in March. But now we finally have a Pixar film in the theaters again, and that is Lightyear. So, anyways, Lightyear is actually based on the real life character of Buzz Lightyear that the toy version, voiced by Tim Allen, is based on. However, unlike the toy version, this new version is voiced by Captain America himself, Chris Evans. And before anyone hates me for it, I know a lot of people are saying, I keep hearing rumors that a lot of people are saying, there's no Buzz Lightyear without Tim Allen, he's the original, blah 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 blah. Again, this is supposed to be based on the real version of Buzz Lightyear. It's not like the toy version is voiced, is also, the real life version is voiced by Tim Allen, who does the toy version. See, that's the thing. There's a difference between the two, the toy version and the real version. And I think having Chris Evans as the real Buzz Lightyear kind of was cool. It definitely separated the two in differences. And now as to the actual movie, it basically tells his story about how he makes a mistake of marooning his kind on a planet, and on an uninhabited planet, as he thinks, and he has to go and try to fix his mistake. And in the movie, he also involves having to go hyperspeed, but in doing so, he skips ahead every 4 years or so until he until he gets to the final time when he thinks he's gotten it, and he skips ahead 22 years, and then he meets up with the granddaughter of his closest friend at the beginning of the film, and this is the first time we get introduced to the evil Emperor Zurg. Well, technically he's not named as an emperor in the movie, but he's known as Zurg. And there is a shocking twist in this movie that I was not expecting related to Zurg. I'm not going to spoil it, but all I can tell you was I was not expecting that. They kind of did a similar thing with Toy Story 2 when they did the whole him being the so-called father of Buzz, and now that's definitely not what we see in this movie, though, which I gotta say, I kind of find it really surprising that happened. But anyways, and as compared to the other characters of this movie, again, Buzz is great, voiced by Chris Evans. His friend's granddaughter, voiced by Keke Palmer, who I haven't really. I know who she is. I just can't remember some of the films and shows that she's been a part of. I know she's been a part of a few Disney Channel shows, I think. Can't remember exactly which ones, but she's pretty cool as the granddaughter of his closest friend. And then we have the character who 100% stole the show, and that is his robot companion Socks, who is a robotic cat who accompanies Buzz on his journey. And I tell you, that character really stole the show, not just Buzz. And there's a few other characters. Heck, I was kind of surprised that Taika Waititi was in this one. Just like how he plays Korg in the Thor Ragnarok and now Thor Love and Thunder. He kind of portrays the same kind of character in this new movie, or whatever, that's like a sidekick character, and boy, I kind of like how he did his portrayal in this movie, but, and like I said, by the end of the film, he realizes that he doesn't want, and he actually likes the fact on how his life's been going. He got to meet new friends, make new allies, also make new enemies, obviously. And I really love how this movie ended. But again, because of the whole controversy thing with the whole Tim Allen not voicing him and people are pissed about it, again, I will admit that having Chris Evans as the new Buzz was kind of interesting. Now, there were some iconic scenes in this movie that mirrored what Tim Allen did as his Buzz version of Buzz, which was the toy version. However, I will say the only thing he didn't do, I mean, he kept saying parts of the phrase, but not the whole phrase. But not once in the whole film did he say in the full phrase "to infinity and beyond." He mixed it. He said half, and someone else said the other half, and all the time. And I thought that was kind of ironic, but. And not once do we ever hear another iconic phrase, "Buzz Lightyear to the rescue," which I thought was interesting. Now, one thing I think could have saved this movie is, even if Tim Allen did come back, it wouldn't be as the main Buzz, obviously. If they did add a scene at the end of the movie that I thought could have for sure made people happy, is show like a small little and mid-credit scene of them marketing a toy version of Buzz and having Tim Allen come back and voice the character and saying those iconic phrases, "to infinity and beyond," or "Buzz Lightyear to the rescue," and then play the credits again. That's what probably could have saved this movie, if I have to admit. Not sure if my friend Matthew Davis or my cousin Tyler will agree with me on that, but I feel like that could have saved the movie a little bit. If they had just added that one little scene that involved the toy version and got Tim Allen to come back to voice those one or two lines as the toy version, that could have saved it. But again, bottom line, this movie was amazing, and not as good as Turning Red, I might say. I have to admit, out of the two Pixar films that have come out this year, Turning Red and this one, I have to say Turning Red was a little better than this one, but they're even out. Anyway, let me give you my rating of the movie. So for my rating of Lightyear, again, I still thought it was a pretty good film. The fact that we finally get a Pixar movie in theaters again after 2 years and 3 months of not having a Pixar film since Onward in the theaters, I would have to give this movie a 4 out of 5. Yep, 4 out of 5 is my rating. Now, I think I gave Turning Red that rating too, but I still think Turning Red is a little better than this one. But, because the way that the things they discuss in that movie are a little bit better than this movie. But, anyways, that's all for now in this movie review. Now, the next movie I'm planning on seeing is Elvis next week, so keep an eye out for that review. Now, I'm not sure if there's going to be another video before then or after then, but all I can tell you is that I will have a certain video planned before the end of the month, because, again, if you saw in my last video, I mentioned something was different behind me, or whatever, and it's kind of changed since the last video, but, again, I will discuss that at some point. Not sure if it's going to be before my Elvis review or not, but I guess we'll find out. Anyways, I will see all you guys in the next video.